Hello and welcome to another Doctor's Assistant 1 video, and today I'm doing a behind the scenes so far to Thunder Part 3. Hopefully everyone who is watching this is enjoying Thunder. The episode, you've got Thor in it, you've got the 11th Doctor, and you've got Alex in it, so you know what's not to like, hopefully. Yeah, a very an enjoyable one to record as always. I think the biggest thing that I've personally found from the production side of things is sort of going from a character like the Doctor that has such a vast knowledge of science and is a man of words and whatnot. Going from that to, someone of sort of Thor's caliber, which is much more medieval and whatnot. Going from the two massive differences in dialect, well, not so much dialect, but in language, is very difficult. And I top my hat off to any actor that can do that, in an instant. Go from very intelligent speak to stupid speak, or, well, speaking less intelligent, or medieval-like, and whatnot. If there is any actor out there that kind of finds that easy, as I say, I tip my hat to you, because it's extremely difficult, to say the least. But this cliffhanger, this one didn't really end on a cliffhanger. Things seem to be alright at the minute for the sort of trio. I like this episode because I've just realised, as I've just said, that there is kind of a trio dynamic, which is rather strange in this, because I've never really done a trio dynamic, like, a three character sort of group against one enemy or whatnot, and I'm finding it quite cool. I could maybe build on it more. It's cool. It's different. Definitely different. Even it's definitely different, and it's different for a good reason. Different in a good way, because it sets itself. Hopefully, Thunder sets itself apart from, say, the Kraken, where that had a very strong sort of bad guy, maybe, and a very good reveal at the end, and hopefully it sets itself apart from, the Warrior of Time, where that one was more about just that one Santaran redeeming himself, Runaway Girl about Alex's character, and so on. So, but it's very difficult to play between these two characters, sort of voice-wise, and it's very difficult to sort of also have this whole group dynamic, because it's like you have to kind of quickly go from Alex's character and her voice and her kind of character to then the Doctor, to then maybe Thor and whatnot, and it's not an easy feat by any means, and I think that's why it's a lot easier for me to and usually why I just have that sort of maybe two-person dynamic with the Doctor and the companion. I just like the idea of Thor being in the Doctor Who universe, quite frankly, which is why I did this. I have a Thor figure, I have a massive, soft spot for Thor, and a massive soft spot for, obviously, Doctor Who, so, put the two together and you've got Thunder from the Doctor's Assistant 1. You could always comment below if you think this guy is a threat, the blue crystal-like thing from the ancient worlds of Asgard, or the ancient times of Asgard even. I was thinking a while ago, at least this one kind of sets itself apart as well in another way from the others, because there's only so far been one death, but then again, it's been way more gruesome than some of the other deaths. That guy, the Doctor guy's head gets, decapitated and he gets eaten and whatnot. But yeah, I don't know, I mean, one death, or I don't know what's worse, if it's one death that's quite gory and bad in that respect, or if some people don't like it when there's lots of death, but even though it's still sort of just red shirts, just random people like you don't really know. So like these two, what happens if just these two characters died, but the Doctor guy lived? But would more people? I'm quite curious to find out if more people would be more sort of like, oh, whoa, that was a lot of death. That was a bad episode because there was so much death because those two people were dead over one person kind of gruesomely being killed or whatnot. But yeah, there's still a few more parts to this story. Yeah, this one feels like it's been a long, long time recording, doing the sort of stuff, but I think it's because I've had quite a lot of space between part 1, 2 and 3 and whatnot. But yeah, hopefully it should all look good when it's edited together by my best friend over at Nerd Central, so thanks for that. Yeah, hopefully it should look good. There's still some nice little comedic elements to this part. You'll know what I mean if you've seen the Thunder Part 3. I hope I get a nice balance of comedy and sort of seriousness and darkness in the sort of episodes, because I think that's something that I like with Doctor Who and what I see Doctor Who as, like a nice balance between two, because I grew up with the Christopher Eccleston era, and that was like that, sometimes he'd be mainly dark and serious as a Doctor, but then sometimes he'd say, something kind of humorous to lighten the mood, and I think that worked, even though I think Christopher Eccleston as an actor's gone on record to say that he didn't particularly like that of the series when he did the Doctor. But yeah, there's still another few parts to go, and then hopefully the next episode, which I'll give you more details when that comes around. So yeah, thanks for watching, comment, rate and subscribe.